Hello, and welcome to our Accelerated Math 2.0 training. We will begin on the Renaissance Learning homepage. Please enter your username, which is typically first name, last name, and your password. If you haven't logged in before, you will be prompted to enter your email address, old password, new password, and at least 3 security questions. Please make sure you keep your password and username somewhere safe. Once you've done that, please click Login. We'll be working today with Accelerated Math 2.0. You should only see your school and your classroom when you log into Accelerated Math 2.0. This will make it easier for you to realize what you're working with as we go through this process. I have a master account, so you can see I have many different options available. I'm going to be working primarily today with Maynardville Elementary. I'll select my class, and I'm working under the Student Groups tab. You can see here I have 2 students that are operating at above a 500 on the scale score. I have 1 student working in the 200 to 220 range. Because of this, I will need to create multiple groups to the right. If I want, I can select and put every child into individual groups. Please do not feel you only have to use 1 or 2 groups in this setup. If you're working with 4 students on 4 different levels, 4 groups may be appropriate. To do that, I simply click Add a Group, and I drag the student to that group. Because I do not need 3 groups, I will now delete this 3rd group. Always click Save if you make changes. Next, I'll move to the learning schedule. I'm trying to build most learning schedules from my end. That makes it easier for you when you go in to work with your students. Learning schedules are typically built for 20 days at a time. You can see the learning path that is built here for these 2 students throughout this process. To the side, you can see the standard, and you can see the sub-skills. So we're working on 5 standards, 6 skills, and 12 sub-skills. If need be, you can add more skills here. When students run out of assignments and they're not ready to move on to the next month, adding skills and sub-skills from this area will allow you to give your students additional assignments. If you need help doing that, please let me know. I can select the different groups I have in this category here. Again, Linda has 2 groups. You can see the group learning path for group 2. This student is working at a kindergarten level at this point because of the STAR recommended learning path. She's working on 6 standards, 7 skills, and 17 sub-skills. Next, we'll go to the assignment plan. The assignment plan will show you by group, once again, how many assignments are within that month's learning plan. It'll show you the standard, skill, and sub-skills. This is what's really important for you to remember, the progress dashboard. Inside of the progress dashboard, we can see a lot of different information. We can see here this group had a total of 48 assignments, 28 remaining, 20 completed. You need to make sure you click on View Assignments. I pulled this example up because I knew we had several different options we could work with here. If you click the legend, it'll tell you that skill 12 is in queue for Caston. When Caston completes 11, and he's practicing it now, he will move on to the 12th sub-skill for this lesson. These categories indicate that they have passed the practice and are awaiting a test. To build a test, and you will have to do this on your own, I can select the 4 to 5 standards or skills that I feel comfortable testing for these students. Because both students will be assigned this test, I want to make sure that I don't go over 5 at this point. Lexi can continue practicing, but will have a test option available. If they need intervention, it will show you the triangle with the exclamation mark. So Ms. Nicely will need to go back with Lexi and work on skill 5. I can click, not right click, but left click, the exclamation mark. And it will show me on practice 1, and this is all over the same sub-skill. She first attempt 2 of 6, second attempt 1 of 6, third attempt 1 of 6. This child does not understand how to interpret the whole number quotient of whole numbers. I can click view, and it will actually show me what skill and questions the student was unable to complete. So I can pull her to the side during accelerated math time and work with her through these exact problems. That's why I'm a fan of accelerated math. We can see exactly where they messed up at, and we can address those issues. Once you feel the student is able to complete the practice at a successful rate of hitting at least 4 out of 6, I can click practice and set up a new practice session for this student. Once she has completed that practice session, I can then have her test over standards 1 through 5. So Caston's next step would be to complete 11 and 12 and then test over 1 through 5. Once that test is complete, if he passed the test and sub-skills, we would do 6 through 10, or you could also do 6 through 12. Again, Lexi is in need of intervention in 2 areas. What should happen once Caston completes his test is he should be assigned a new learning path for the next round of skills and sub-skills that Caston is supposed to work on. If he's unsuccessful on the test, it will run him back through practice modes. I have, again, 2 groups. In this group, I can see my second set of students, Total of 34 assignments, 28 completed, 6 remaining. And when I look at Emily's path, I see that Emily has passed tests for 1 through 11. She will not need to retest on those skills, but she will now need to test on skills 12 through 17. When I click on this tab here, I get a perspective of how my students are doing, or someone else's students are doing through this process. I can select the school, the class, I'm trying to find Linda's, sorry. There we go. So I can select Emily Kitts. It will show me where she started, and it will show me where we need to get her to. So I can see here, out of the practice, the target is 75% correct. She is hitting 78.5%. Now again, this is at her level based on her skill deficits. That's why this is an intervention program. Her test targets 85. She is at 100% passing on that. She has mastered, you can see at the bottom, the skills and sub-skills that she has mastered. And this is class, this is country. She's working at a lower level than the rest of the students. It's important to keep that in mind. She is succeeding because she's at grade level being challenged by the material that is put before her. That gives you a rough idea of how to use accelerated math in the very beginning. When we get to the next steps, and I'm working on those videos as we speak, we will roll out the next set. This concludes the Accelerated Math 2.0 session. Thank you.